Deep in the forgotten jungle, a metal giant sleeps beneath a canopy of green and ancient moss. Time has turned this once mighty vessel into a graveyard for vines and a home for tropical wildlife. Initial inspection reveals severe surface oxidation and structural vines constricting the landing gear and heavy engines. Recovery teams begin by stripping away decades of overgrowth to expose the titanium skeleton of the aircraft. Every rivet and panel tells a story of abandonment, requiring surgical precision to remove the organic debris. We clear a path through the dense undergrowth, battling mud and heat to reach the massive fuselage. The turbine blades are choked with webbing and silt, hiding the powerful machinery that once ruled the skies.
A pressure wash reveals the iconic insignia, hidden for years behind a thick layer of grime and decay.
Restoration begins in the cockpit, where we carefully assess the damage to the core flight control systems. Hydraulic lines bleed a dark, viscous sludge, evidence of long-term fluid breakdown and severe environmental contamination. We replace the degraded fluid and flush the systems, watching as fresh crimson life flows through the veins.
Replacing the massive main batteries provides the first spark of electrical energy to the long-dormant control panel.
Expert technicians solder delicate circuit boards, bypassing decades of corrosion to restore the internal communication array.
The exterior receives a chemical foam bath to neutralize acids and lift the deep-seated jungle contaminants.
High-pressure jets strip away the remaining moss, returning the reflective sheen to the aluminum and steel skin. In the engine nacelles, we clear avian nests and debris, prepping the high-bypass turbofans for initial ignition.
The landing gear is reinforced, ensuring the massive tires can withstand the immense pressure of a dirt takeoff.
Construction crews work around the clock to lay a temporary runway across the uneven and swampy jungle floor. We connect the external power unit, hearing the hum of electricity as the flight deck finally wakes up.
Engine 3 coughs into life, spitting fire and smoke as the turbine begins its high-velocity rotation cycle.
A thunderous roar echoes through the trees, signaling the return of the giant to the realm of flight.
Full throttle is applied, and the heavy aircraft begins its slow, powerful roll down the narrow dirt strip.
Wings flex under the load as the nose lifts, clearing the canopy by a razor-thin margin of safety.
The lost giant climbs toward the sun, leaving the jungle behind to reclaim its place in the sky.
Emerging from the wilderness, the survivor approaches a modern airfield, a ghost from the past returning to civilization.
The reinforced landing gear makes contact with smooth asphalt, a jarring contrast to the mud and stone of its departure.
In the high-tech hangar, the aircraft undergoes a total teardown, replacing every worn component with modern, aerospace-grade parts. Automated systems spray a fresh coat of tactical gray, erasing the scars of the jungle and preparing for its new life. Next-generation glass cockpits replace the analog dials, integrating the old airframe with the cutting edge of modern technology.
Fully restored and combat-ready, the giant takes to the air once more, now as a vital asset for global logistics.
Its massive cargo hold is filled with relief supplies, proving that even a lost giant can find a new purpose.
Flying in formation, the aircraft demonstrates the structural integrity and power that were nearly lost to the jungle forever.
Every flight hour is a testament to the engineers who refuse to let this piece of history rot in the green.
The mission continues as the Giant disappears into the horizon, a legend reborn for a new era of flight.
To prove its resilience, the Giant is deployed to the frozen north, facing sub-zero winds and ice-slicked runways.
High-temperature de-icing fluid is sprayed over the wings, a steaming chemical shield against the lethal Arctic cold.
From the ice to the fire, the aircraft moves to the desert, testing its engines against abrasive sand and heat. Specialized filters protect the massive turbofans, allowing the Giant to operate in conditions that would choke lesser machines.
Mid-air refueling becomes routine, as the restored aircraft stays airborne for days, spanning continents without touching the ground. Under the cover of darkness, the Giant performs tactical landings on unlit strips, guided only by infrared and grit.
It pushes into the stratosphere, where the air is thin, and the curve of the Earth becomes a reality.
Integrated with a global command network, the plane is now a flying hub of intelligence and strategic power. A final formation flyover with modern stealth fighters honors the legacy of a machine that refused to die. The story of the lost Giant is complete, a triumph of engineering over the relentless cycle of decay.
Systematic maintenance ensures that every gear and piston remains in peak condition for the next 50 years.
A new generation of pilots climbs the ladder, ready to carry the Giant's legacy into an uncertain future. Advanced sensors create a digital twin, monitoring structural stress in real time to prevent the return of decay. The plane becomes a mobile laboratory, carrying scientific instruments to the most remote corners of the globe.
It navigates through massive electrical storm, its hardened shell protecting the delicate electronic heart with it.
Ground crews at a remote outpost watch as the silhouette of the Giant breaks through the low clouds. Every mission is logged into a permanent archive, immortalizing the survival of a machine once left for dead.
The jungle that once claimed it is now a distant memory, replaced by the endless blue of the stratosphere.
It serves as a bridge between eras, a testament to what humanity can achieve when it refuses to quit.
The lost Giant flies on.
No longer a secret of the jungle, the Giant is now a global ambassador of human ingenuity and resilience.
In times of crisis, it is the first to arrive, carrying hope to those stranded by nature's fury.
It stands as a bridge between the analog past and the digital future, a living museum in flight. The bond between man and machine is forged in the thousands of hours spent keeping this Giant aloft. As night falls, the Giant remains a silent sentinel, watching over the world from the high frontier. It returns to its home base, the engines humming a low, triumphant song of a mission accomplished. The massive fans slow to a halt, the silence that follows, filled with the weight of history. The crew walks away, their shadows long against the metal skin of the plane that saved them.
In the quiet of the hangar, the Giant prepares for its next call, ready for another century.
This is the legacy of the lost Giant, reclaimed, restored. Remarkable.